Look, I get it. You're tired of modern horror movies where the plot is just a loud noise every 3 minutes and a ghost with bad posture crawling out of an iPad. It's time to cleanse your palate with the 1960s, a glorious era where blood looked like bright red paint, the sets were made of cardboard, and Vincent Price could terrify you just by raising an eyebrow. Put down the remote, stop scrolling past the newest jump scare fest, and let's talk about cinema that had actual style, velvet capes, and questionable special effects. For English tourists, ignore every red flag in the Carpathians, proving that natural selection also applies to vacations. They end up at a castle where the butler is creepy and the soup is suspicious. Christopher Lee returns as the Count, but he refuses to speak because the script was apparently trash, so he just hisses and looks menacingly handsome. Is pure silent aggression. They use his ashes like instant coffee to bring him back, which is innovative but unsanitary. If you enjoy blood rituals and people making terrible life choices, this deadly sequel is perfection.
I must kill him. He is already dead.
Where's Charles?
You don't need Charles.
At this lonely crossroad in the Carpathian Mountains, 4 travelers find themselves abandoned at nightfall.
There's no driver.
A coach with horses that knew the way.
Isn't your master joining us for dinner?
No, sir. I'm afraid not.
Is he indisposed?
His debts.
Dracula, Prince of Darkness, King of the Vampires, for waiting the opportunity and a victim to provide the life force for the reincarnation of Dracula. A strange premonition warns the guests at Castle Dracula.
He is undead, Mr. Kent. He can be destroyed, but not killed.
Vincent Price plays a man so obsessed with his dead wife, he wears sunglasses indoors to mourn, which is a fashion choice I fully respect. He remarries a lovely woman, but his deceased wife is basically the ultimate toxic ex who refuses to move out. She haunts the place through a black cat that has better acting skills than most modern influencers. The movie features exploding abbeys, hypnotherapy, and Price looking tortured in period clothing. It is the weirdest, wildest entry in the Roger Corman Edgar Allan Poe cycle, proving that old Gothic romance never actually dies. It just festers.
No harm will come to you. Give over your will to mine.
The strangest love story ever told. Ligeia, the tale of terror Edgar Allan Poe thought his greatest. The masterfully macabre performance of Vincent Price. What in a castle of dark, somber mystery?
You must trust me. Give over your will to mine.
Making her life a nightmare of heart-stopping horror, such as few humans have ever survived.
This Is Not a Movie is a hallucinations playlist. Free directors adapt Edgar Allan Poe stories, but they clearly ingested something strong beforehand. Jane Fonda plays a medieval countess wearing space-age outfits, looking for horses and debauchery. Alain Delon fights his own doppelganger because one of him was not enough for the ego. Is confusing, disjointed, and visually spectacular. If you want to see Brigitte Bardot in a wig getting whipped or a drunk losing his head to a Ferrari, this anthology is your ticket. It makes zero sense, but who needs logic when you have this much style? Forget scary, this is a wizard roast battle. Vincent Price, Peter Lorre, and Boris Karloff get together to play petty sorcerers who act like grumpy roommates. Price plays a wizard who has been turned into a bird, which is honestly a mood. A very young Jack Nicholson shows up, looking confused and driving a carriage, mostly wondering why he is in this movie. The climax is a magical duel that looks like a violent laser show in a living room. It is campy, ridiculous, and charmingly silly, proving that horror legends are at their absolute best when they stop taking themselves seriously.
Very well, then. Adieu to the death. Quoth the raven. Nevermore.
Your hands are so cold.
Now, what is it you need?
You got some dried blood or a bat in the house?
Into the ominous mystery of a master magician's evil castle.
I offer you a choice. The secret of your hand manipulations, or this against this. This is no answer.
Before zombies wanted to eat your brains, they just wanted to work cheap shifts in a Cornish tin mine. A local doctor tries to figure out why everyone is dying, only to discover the local squire is practicing voodoo to solve his labor shortage. It features the scariest dream sequence in Hammer history, with green-skinned ghouls clawing out of the earth. It is genuinely unsettling and surprisingly grim for the 60s. If you think your boss is bad, wait until you see the guy who raises the dead just to avoid paying overtime wages. It is class warfare with rotting corpses.
A place dominated by men without morals, whose bloodlusts are excited by hunting a human quarry. But when she fell in love with him, it was lethal. This coach is bound for a terrifying destination, the end. But no corpse can remain at peace in this village of the undead. In this place, no one is safe. No one can hide from witchcraft. Even Sir James Forbes, the clear-headed man of science, was forced to accept the horrifying facts.
We also know that he is not lying in his coffin. Someone in this village is practicing witchcraft.
When Sylvia Forbes hated the young squire, it was dangerous.
If these synopses didn't make you want to wear a velvet smoking jacket and hang out in a fog-filled graveyard, I don't know what will. If you enjoyed this trip back to the swinging, screaming 60s, please consider gently tapping that like button. It helps more than you know. Drop a comment below telling me which 60s classic I missed, and if you want to join our little cult of horror enthusiasts, make sure to subscribe.